Welcome back to another video today, my people. And today, I just had something on my mind due to the power outages across the southeast and across other parts of the country. Uh, they say millions of Americans are without power for some odd reason because the turbines, the big fans froze. They can't produce their coal or whatever lies they're coming up with. Um, and basically, I just wanted to say, I already figured this thing out a little bit ago, that the manna falling from heaven, is electricity. Okay, if you go back and read into the Bible, you search up manna, and basically it says that manna fell and the children ate. The children and men ate the manna and were basically full and satisfied, and that's what they ate. So, and it also says manna is the Lord, is God's food, is the food of the Almighty. Manna falling from heaven. We don't eat flesh and blood. We eat manna. And then it says Moses told, I forget. Let me pull it up. And Moses said unto Aaron, take a pot and put an omer full of manna therein, and lay it before the Lord to be kept for generations. So basically, they're harvesting this manna and keeping it for generations. That tells you that this is not a perishable item. It's not a bread. It says this is God's bread, but it's not a bread like we eat now. Manna is the electricity. I mean, they basically tell us that they're harvesting the electricity, and they're keeping it for themselves and teaching their children how to harvest electricity, which the beings that are in power now are doing just that. They're harvesting electricity, and these millions of people are without electricity. They don't know how to harvest it because they haven't been taught it. They've been taught that electricity comes from big fans. Electricity comes from cooling towers. Electricity comes from wherever it lies, solar panels or something. The electricity is literally falling from the firmament down to us. That's how people are getting sick, because they're soaking up all this electricity in the big cities, and now they have the whole virus situation. People are getting sick and everything. But I think more people have pretty much acclimated their bodies to the new electricity levels that they are seeing. That's why it's important for us to get outside in nature, get around these trees, get when it's not freezing outside, get in the grass with our shoes off and socks off, so it can properly ground. Because we are really, us and trees are one and the same. We're supposed to be taking in the electricity. We're not supposed to have all these gadgets, these 5Gs, these super tall buildings just sucking the electricity out before it can even come to us. That's why I think the electricity levels have risen here in the last year or so, and will continue to rise, because we are going into a new density, a new vibration, a new plane. We are about to see a massive change. That's why I think they're really prepping us for the national power outages, to just say, hey, you need a game plan. You need a game plan. You need to know what to do. Hopefully it won't be as cold when the power does go out completely, and maybe once the power goes out, the news will never come back on, and people will take off their masks. And then when the food shortage comes out, people will stop. They won't even need that much food, because they'll be eating the manna from heaven, eating electricity. Okay, because that's all we really need. We don't need. We're energy, and all we just need is that electricity to help us keep going. We really don't even need water. To a point, because water is basically a component of this electricity. It's a neutral component. And what the thing is, there's also called breatharians, aeritarians, where they don't eat anything, and their weight doesn't fluctuate or anything. They barely have to go to the restroom. How are they living? They're living off the manna. That's what they're trying to tell us in this Bible, that we don't eat flesh and blood. We don't need meat. All we need is manna. That's all I have to say today. Once we do figure out the big secret and how we can conserve this manna and use it for our own good, and not have all these energy and electricity sucking devices around us, then I say people are living without, if we exclude trauma or anything, people are living to 100 years old at the minimum. Here starting, from like the millennials down, I'm saying 100 years old or minimum. If you're 40 and under, even if you're 60, if you're good health, you go outside and get your exercise, you're gonna live to 100. That's what I think, at least. I mean, if you want to. And then also with electricity, it'll also help with our health, giving enough electricity for our health, less amount of cancer patients, less viruses, because things can't, like Dr. Sebi says, things can't live in that electric body. And we won't even need to be eating all these foods and everything going to the store, because we'll be leaving out the electricity off the atmosphere, off of the Almighty's food. Thank you for watching. As always, hasta luego.